Hey everybody, welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. This is your captain speaking. Last time we got through the annoying, very tedious Mount Moon, and now we finally got to a new city, Cerulean City. Here we go. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna kind of show some of the stuff we can do here. Slowbro. Slowbro took a snooze. Slowbro, punch! No, you blew it again. You have to use cut, ma'am. Alright, let's check this store out. There's bicycles. Plain City Bike is good enough for me. After all, you can't put a shopping basket on a mountain bike. I guess these are supposed to be mountain bikes. Hi, welcome to our bike shop. We got just the bike for you. Yeah, unless you got $1 million Poké you are not doing this. And I don't even think it's possible to get $1 million Poké, especially at this point. Well, okay, it is possible, but you're not going to get it at this point in the game. You'd have to be fighting trainers over and over and over again. You're a trainer too. Collecting, battling. It's a tough life, isn't it? Yeah, sitting around playing video games. Damn, life can be a bitch sometimes, huh? Alright, what's this guy do? Only skilled trainers can collect Pokemon badges. I see you have at least one. Those badges have amazing secrets, did you know? Now then, which of the 8 badges should I describe? The attack stat of all your Pokemon increases a little bit. It also lets you use the move Flash outside of it. Actually, that's kind of neat. What about Cascade Badge? Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you. It includes even outsiders you obtain in trades. Pokemon of higher levels would be unruly in battle, however. It also lets you use the move Cut outside of it. That's neat. I kind of forgot that, like, your Pokemon, like, gets some sort of, like, a little stat buff when you, like, beat a gym challenge with them. It's very strange. Oh, rare candy! I knew there was something back here. Is there another? Nope. Okay. So we got 2 of those now. Not bad. We also have a wee bit of money. I did not catch any Pokemon off screen this time. I know I said I was probably going to, but I'm probably going to do it after this recording session is over. Super Potions! Do we even really need those right now? Not really. We don't really. We can still use potions for a bit because we're not even really. I don't even think we have like Pokemon that are really in the 50 HP range. We might be close, but off the top of my head, I don't think so. We'll buy a few. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna buy Pokeballs because I'm really not gonna be in the tall grass very much in this episode, so there's no point to that. All right, so let's go ahead and do something. I should have decided if I wanted to do the gym challenge first or if I wanted to do something else first. The people here were robbed. It's obvious that Team Rocket is behind this most heinous crime. Even our police force have trouble with the Rockets. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to go completely up this way, but I am going to do this. Yo, Logan! You're still struggling along back here? I'm doing great! I caught a bunch of strong and smart Pokemon! Here, let me see what you caught, Logan. You might have caught a bunch of strong and smart ones, but I caught 2 really, really good ones. Pidgeotto! That's why I led with Prolapse here. Pidgeotto's alright. It's not fantastic or anything, but it's serviceable enough. Oh man, I'm surprised I didn't one-shot, actually. Sand Attack, you are a cheap fart. You cheeky tot. Alright. Probably gonna get a level up off of that. That was a good amount of experience. Yeah, that stat distribution really is bothering me. Rattata. We'll keep Prolapse out. The thing is, the upcoming gym is a water-type gym. Okay, I'm gonna say we're not gonna struggle at all, but honestly, Misty is kind of one of the tougher ones. Especially early on. Like, she has a really good Pokemon on her team. Starmie, a water psychic type. I don't think it actually knows any psychic type moves. I don't think it does. But even with that, it's just pretty strong. But that's why I also recommended if you wanted to pick Wartortle, make sure it has the move Bite because it'll resist Starmie's water type moves. I was about to switch into Onions. I am stupid. it'll resist Starmie's water type moves, and also you can use Bite to, you know, attack its psychic typing. Oh, please don't kill me. Oh, man. Yikes. Alright. Don't make me send out Geodude. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. Sleep powder. I looked over at the record. I was nervous that I wasn't even recording. For some reason, I was just like, wait a minute. Alright. Vine Whip. I know I said that Bulbasaur, or I guess Ivysaur now, gets access to a lot of better moves way earlier than the other two. But it is kind of stuck with Vine Whip, which is kind of unfortunate. Just because you can... It's not a bad move this early on, but it's just, you know... It doesn't hit very hard, and that kind of sucks. But then again, near the end of the game, we'll get access to a lot of good moves. And I think even soon we'll get access to the move that I'm going to keep on it for pretty much the whole game. There we go. Bye-bye, Charmander. We're definitely going to go by the Pokemon Center. I'm really happy with how high his special attack is so far. Abra! I don't remember if Gary's Abra at this point he actually taught it any moves, because Abra doesn't really learn moves besides Teleport. It will learn moves when it evolves, but at this point, no. But Kadabra, and especially Alakazam, if you have access to trading, hell, even Kadabra is pretty good Pokemon. Hey, guess what? I went to Bill's and got him to show me his rare Pokemon. That added a lot of pages to my Pokedex. After all, Bill's world famous as a Pokemaniac. He invented the Pokemon storage system on PC, too. He's got that shit on Windows? Since you're using his system, you should go thank him. Well, I better get rolling. Smell you later. Alright. Goodbye, Gareth. Oh. Oh, yeah, right. I feel sorry for you. No, really. You're always plotting behind me. So here, I'll give you a little present as a favor. The Fame Checker. A chatty gossip like you. That thing's perfect. What the hell? I don't need it because I don't give a hoot about others. Alright, this time I really am gone. Smell ya. He really was like, I don't care what people think about me. I'm just so cool and edgy. Alright, so I'm not going to go all the way up that new bridge that we have access to. Well, okay, I'm going to go up the bridge, but I'm not going to go all the way to Bill like he suggested. I'm going to do that... Probably, I'm going to do that after I tackle the gym leader. But for now, let's deposit some of these bastards that we have with us. So, Magikarp, don't know why you're here. Zubat, don't know why you're here. Geodude, well, actually, I know why Geodude and Zubat are here. I don't know why I didn't dump Magikarp, though. Actually, what number are we at now for the Pokedex? I didn't actually pay attention. 17. Not bad, we're almost to the 20s. But, yeah, we are going to head up in this direction, though. And, here we go. Route 24. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a gauntlet here. This is another part of the game that is just, like, just put the fries in the bag. Bug trainers. Like, Nugget Bridge, you have to beat 5 trainers to get a fabulous prize. This part is always just like, I'm like, this is tedious. They don't have any cool Pokemon. You fellas are time wasters, is what I'm trying to say. But I figured let's go ahead and get this out of the way, because after we beat the gym leader, we can just kind of run back up this way. It'll be more fun that way. Alright, Thunder Shock. Okay. Metapod. I guess, I have some topics that I could come up with while I'm doing this incredibly boring and tedious part of the game. I'm somebody that collects a lot of retro games, obviously, given the fact that I'm playing this on actual hardware and I'm big enough of a nerd to have the Game Boy player. So this is something that concerns me. My first system was the Nintendo 64, not my first system, my first, like, retro system, at least at the time of you know, like when I was a kid. Like now, I guess you could technically consider the Wii a retro system, and that makes me feel that makes me remember that I am aging and soon will become dust like everyone else. But when I was a kid, I got the Nintendo 64, and it was like the coolest thing ever to finally have like a retro console and everything. And I didn't even really know, I guess I just didn't really think about how like the Nintendo 64 cartridges would come in boxes. These really nice little cardboard boxes with the artwork and stuff on the front. What happens to those boxes? Because I have not seen, like, I think the only one I've really seen in person was, like, I saw, like a really good condition Mario Party 3 box at, like, a game store that was, like, covered up and everything. Like, I think it was supposed to, what's the word? I don't know the word for stuff that's, like, I don't know, mint condition, but it was, like, in, like, one of those protective cases and everything. I would have opened the hell up out of that box and played the game, but I've never been one that's, like, I'm gonna keep something in the box or whatever, like for games or action figures. Or granted, I do have these really nice like Mega Man X, like ones of X and Zero action figures that I have. They're like tiny. I think they're called NX Edge figures. I have taken them out of the box because they're cool little action figures, and I wanted to pose them and like put them on stuff and look at them. And, you know, I have a Xenoblade 3 Mio Figma figure because I love the Xenoblade franchise. It's my favorite game franchise. I've taken those out of the box, and I get that, like, oh, their value goes down if you take them out of the box. I don't care. They're toys, man. You're supposed to play with them. But I do keep the box because a lot of times, especially with action figures or toys or whatever you want to call them, like that, they come with a lot of pieces, especially the Figma figures. They come with a lot of their alternate faces, hands, little accessories or whatever. And I'm not going to keep those in a plastic baggie. I'll just keep them in a nice little box that, you know, they came in. And also, a cat is less likely to destroy a little wooden box than, you know, a little plastic baggie where they would probably open that shit up and eat it immediately. Alright. What is this? Battle number 3? Oh yeah, but like I was saying, I don't understand why you can never find the boxes of old N64 games. I guess because, like, they're not like how the plastic cases of games we have now where it's like they're, you know, less likely to be damaged. I guess because cardboard is usually just associated with garbage, so I guess that stuff was all thrown away back then. But it's like, man, they were nice. They were nice little boxes. I don't know how good they were at, like, holding the game or whatever, because I've never had a Nintendo 64 box. I always just found cartridges, so I don't know if it's like there's a like an outline within the box that the cartridge sits, or it's just you open up and it just like slides out and hits the floor. I don't know, but I always found it weird that there's just no boxes. Like, you have to find a copy that has not been opened to get the boxes for them, it seems like. Because I remember, even for Super Nintendo, which that one doesn't bother me as much because the cartridges are... I like the cartridges for Super Nintendo games better because when you flip them up, it says the name of the game on top, whereas the 64, it's like if you have them all like sitting next to each other and, you know, you can't tell what they say because there's no band on the top, and if you have them all next to each other, you can't see the picture on the front. It's just, I don't know, it's been a frustrating thing. And I know some people will put, like, there's like a, I think on Etsy or something, there's like a set of every 64 game that you can just put stickers on top of the cartridges or whatever. And I'm tempted to do that, but at the same time, I don't know if I really like that. It's just, I don't know. I'm not crazy about that idea, I guess. It's just, I really wish people would take care of their games and stuff, because when I eventually crawl out of the dumpster that can be the used section of the GameStop sometimes and get a game that I've been looking for, why does it smell like cigarettes and like you peed on it? Like, it's really frustrating that people don't take care of their games and then they'll go sell them. But it's almost like before they go to the store, it's like, let me get in the shower with my video game and dunk it in the toilet before I go sell it to GameStop, it seems like. And put my cigarette ashes out on it. I don't know. It's just, I don't get why people don't take care of their stuff. Which, you know what? Each used game got its own little story. Maybe they have cats that, you know, mess their shit up like mine do. But luckily, they don't really, my cats don't really touch my games. Unless it's like a cord or something, they leave it alone. They unless they think they can easily destroy it within seconds, you know, they're not gonna really mess with it. But I also just don't really let them play with my game cases. So there is that. Camper Ethan. Banky. All right. I thought I had Venusaur, not Venusaur, Ivysaur out. Oh well. I still have Beedrill with us because I am going, like I said, I am going to use him to use the move Cut. So he's going to be hanging out for a while. Oh yeah, he does learn Karate Chop. I was blown away when one of the last times I played through Pokemon Yellow and I realized in that generation, Karate Chop is a normal type move in that game. Which is so weird. And Karate Chop's not a bad move. It's actually one that in these earlier games you could honestly keep for your main game and it works fine. Especially in, you know, Red, Blue, and Yellow, you really don't have to be crazy about what your moves do. Alright. Congratulations, you beat our 5 contest trainers. You just earned a fabulous prize. Yay, a nugget. By the way, how would you like to join Team Rocket? We're a group of professional criminals specializing in Pokemon. Want to join? You sound like a Fed. Are you sure? Come on, join us. I'm telling you to join. Okay, you need convincing. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. We gonna kill him. I didn't know he's gonna kill him. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of odd to see the Team Rocket grunt be in the grass. Usually they're in caves or office buildings. Alright. But yeah, when you get older, you do kind of realize that these guys are just straight up just the Yakuza. Like, and maybe I'll go into more detail when we actually get to areas that are heavily populated by them. I can go into it. Really? You're an Ekans. Come on now. Alright. Quick attack, please. Thank you. Alright. Oh, dude, that attack stat being higher is bugging me. Slam. We already can learn Slam. Dude, I just taught him Mega Punch. 80, 75. Oh. Okay, no, we'll go with Mega Punch instead of Slam. I was thinking he learned Slam at a higher level, but I guess not. You know, for his attack stat being slightly higher, Thundershock is doing pretty good for us, which I know it's Stab, but, you know, Prolapse is pretty damn strong. We found us a good Pikachu here. I always thought Pikachu's back sprite in this game looked very odd, though. Like, look at its weird human baby-shaped hands. It's very odd. That's why I'm more of a Raichu enjoyer. With your ability, you become a top leader in Team Rocket. Come on, think of the opportunity. Don't let this chance go to waste. I like how we just kind of ignore the fucking criminal over here. Whoops. D-pad. Sorry. TM45, it contains Attract. That's actually a pretty good move. Really? I saw your feet from the ground. Wait, hold on. Oh, he means like our accomplishment. I thought that was a typo for a second. And I remember that line too. I was always like, you saw my feet? You fucking weirdo. Bro's just staring at the ground. He's just like, I can see them. I can see those grass grippers, those concrete crunchers, those cement stompers walking towards me. But no, he's talking about our accomplishment of beating up a wanted criminal. I think I like that better. I always thought that was an odd little line. Oh. Intimidate is a good thing to set out because it's like it cuts your opponent's attack. If you want to make the fight a little bit easier on you and you feel like stalling while you think of strategy, keep switching in and switching out your Pokemon with Intimidate to cut the opponent's attack. If you need a second to think, try that. Pokemon is limitless. I thought not. What did you think not? Stupid? I hid because the people on the bridge frightened me. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So over here, there's a few Pokemon you can get. Kakuna mentioned! Oh yeah! This is not who I was talking about. So, there is a Pokemon over here that I need to catch. Which, okay, there's a few Pokemon I'm going to need to catch. Really? There are quite a few new Pokemon over here to catch. While I deal with Caterpie, let's go over them. Oh, here he is! Abra, level 8. So, I'm going to need to catch this Pokemon because it is going to be vital for something else I'm planning on doing. I recommend you do the same because if you can catch it, please catch him. Yes! First try! He would have used Teleport and left immediately. We got really lucky on that, actually. It sleeps for 18 hours a day. It uses a variety of extrasensory powers even while asleep. I sleep for a long-ass time. I don't get fucking psychic powers. This thing is 43 pounds? Dude, he weighs almost as much as Geodude. How does that make sense? Another Abra. Huh. You know what? I'll humor him. I'll try to catch another one. Why not? But Abra here is great for an in-game... Really? Whoa. Alright. No, we're not going to nickname him. So I caught 2 of them because I'm going to maybe evolve the other one, I guess, off screen. But I recommend you catch Abra because you can get access to a really good in-game trade in a little bit. In which you have to trade Abra for another Psychic-type Pokemon. One that I am heavily going to recommend to you because when you trade a Pokemon, it gains experience, or when you have a Pokemon that's been traded to you, it gains experience points faster. And we'll go over that a little bit more when we actually get this Pokemon. Alright, so you can also catch either Bellsprout or Oddish on this route, in this specific patch of grass. Since we're playing FireRed, I believe we get access to Oddish. Both of them are pretty good, like the Oddish and Bellsprout line. They kind of, but it's like we have a Venusaur, or we're going to have a Venusaur. There is no point for me to catch an Oddish other than for my Pokedex. Like, if you have Ivysaur, Bulbasaur, Venusaur, whatever, don't bother with Bellsprout and Oddish, which I don't know why you would try to be getting a Pokemon of the exact same type. But if you want a substitute for Venusaur, that if you pick Charmander or Squirtle, and you kind of wish that you had something similar to Bulbasaur on your team, get you an Oddish or a Victory Bell. They kind of learn the same type of moves. They're the same types, and they're not bad Pokemon. They're damn fine Pokemon, and I personally kind of prefer a Vileplume over Victory Bell just a little bit, probably because Vileplume has the same big flower on his head that Venusaur does. So that's just my taste, I guess. But yeah, you're not really going wrong with Victory Bell or Vileplume. I think they're great Pokemon, honestly, and worth your time. And both their designs are so much fun. Like, even Oddish here. Look at him. He's just a little guy. And he does learn a slightly different move variety than Bulbasaur does. Like, it's pretty similar, but like, you can kind of play around with it a little bit. Like, Bulbasaur doesn't learn like HP restoration moves like Absorb, which he learns Leech Seed. But I don't think Oddish naturally, unless maybe through egg moves, can learn Leech Seed. but it can learn Absorb, which isn't like the best move. I think it does 20, which would do probably closer to 40 with Stab. But its scientific name is Odium Wanderus. At night, it is said to walk nearly 1,000 feet on its 2 roots. Oh, those are roots. That's funny. See, this thing's 11 pounds. I would kind of expect this weird plant creature to be closer to Geodude's weight than, like, Abra. But I guess Abra is just like a little guy. He just happens to look small and float. But, yeah, Oddish is definitely worth your time. I could definitely recommend it to you. And Victor Bell as well. So, we picked up a TM for Attract a little bit ago. That's a move that I could recommend to you, especially if you have a female Pokemon. In my experience, I've noticed that most trainers in these games just happen to have... We'll keep the other Abra with us, so maybe I can train it over time. But we're going to keep the other one because we're going to trade it. And I'm going to recommend to you, trade the higher level. Because I'm pretty sure when you trade a Pokemon, it's going to have the same level as the level you traded. Maybe not always, but it seems to be the case for me. Either way, I'm going to trade him the higher level one and train the other Abra off screen. One thing that can be kind of fun for a viewer, I guess, is that over time, we'll just have random-ass Pokemon in the party that you can see. Should we go ahead and do this? You know what? No. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and knock it out. This is another gauntlet of trainers that I just am not super fond of. It is not great. But I just got down from Mount Moo, but I've still got gas in the tank. That is so like an old man core thing to say. I'm still trucking. Hiker Franklin. Machop. I thought you were going to have a Geodude. Machop is not really a Pokemon that we're going to find for a bit. Not until we get to... Well, he's not too far away, I guess. Not until we get to the Rock Tunnel. Machop's not a bad Pokemon. Especially, like, Machoke and its final evolution, if you have access to it via trading Machamp. Pretty solid Pokemon. It learns Cross Chop, which is a crit, like a really powerful move on its own. And when it crits, damn, that's gonna hurt. I know, because it ended a Nuzlocke run for me. Thanks a lot. But Machamp is such a cool Pokemon. It's got 4 arms. I don't know. He would make I was gonna say he'd make a really cool fighting game character, but I forgot that Pokémon Tournament exists. So I kind of feel stupid now. You worked hard. Thanks. I was gonna go challenge the gym leader first, but honestly, I accidentally started walking up this way, and I was like, you know what? Let's get this out of the way. And you know what? The additional experience can't hurt. I usually do this afterwards. But if you're needing a little bit of extra training before going to fight Misty, this is a great way to do it. Because you gotta fight a bunch of morons up here. And it'll be good for you. Spearow. He's probably going to have a Spearow that's pretty close to evolution level, honestly. Spearow! Thundershock. Yep, he's 5 levels away from evolving. That's another thing about Spearow is, like, it doesn't take 2 evolution stages for it to get, like, super good. Like, Pidgeotto is fine, but, like, you have to evolve it again for it to be, like, at the peak of its, you know, performance. Spearow you evolve one time, and it's at level 20. Instead of, you know, how with Pidgeot, you evolve Pidgeotto again at, like, level 36. Fearow's ready to go at level 20, and it's gonna start learning good moves, like, almost immediately. So, yeah. I don't know if I've finished my thought about Attract or not, but yeah, I think that, I found in my experience that a lot of, like, trainers in the actual, like, story mode, they happen to have male Pokemon. To me, it always seemed like there were way fewer female Pokemon that you fight. So if you have a female Slowpoke, cool. See, like here's a female. So a move like Attract, which I might even consider putting on Prolapse, would do wonders in this. Because Attract, which we saw with Jigglypuff, its ability Cute Charm infatuated us, I think 2 episodes ago, makes it to where it makes the opposing Pokemon less likely to hit you. It's great for just pissing your opponent off, honestly. It's infuriating. But it's also not bad, especially in these early games. Like, I remember I had a female Fearow in my first playthrough of Pokemon Crystal, and I used Attract, and that honestly carried me through a lot of the game. Granted, it helped that it was a good flying type like Fearow, but, you know. Hi, my boyfriend is cool. Yeah, how cool is he? How cool is he? Does he have an Ivysaur? Let me guess, he's got a Rattata. That's him up. That was him up there, wasn't it? Picnic or Kelsey? We can use onions here technically, but it'd be so much faster with Prolapse. I really wish we had access to my 3rd team member up to this point, because man, he would help zoom through some of these Nidorans that we have to go through. Focus Energy has such a cool little animation. Like, I don't know, something about it looks really nice. Kind of seems like something you'd see in like some of the uppercuts that Ryu and Ken can do in Street Fighter, like the sprite-based one. That's an odd thing to think of, but you know, that's what kind of has to come to mind when you're playing through like the grind-heavy sections of the game. I also would like to mention that I really always liked the little growl, like when something uses growl or leer. The little colors and the little lines that go over your Pokemon when your stats are being lowered or raised, I always thought that was really cool looking. Even as a kid, I was like, that's a very striking animation. Like, it's simple, but I like it. It's just, I don't know. And they made it Hiker Knob. I think, isn't Knob the guy they like try to put in every game, like he's a translator or something? I could be wrong about that, but I feel like that's the case. But yeah, I even think that they kind of made the animations a little bit more lame. Like, I think in Black and White is when they started doing like they just put circles around you, like these little orbs that float around you when your stats are being lowered or raised, and it's just that's not as fun to me. Do the little colorful lines, please. But the trade-off is that Black and White are some of the best looking 2D sprite-based games ever. Unless you're looking at, you know, Magmar from that game. He looks terrible. But I want to talk, I'm hoping to make a video, I say at some point. I just kind of got to get my thoughts together and actually write it, about how I think that 2D sprite games, and I guess just 2D games in general, age so much better than like these 3D games and stuff that are coming out. Because I remember when I first played Uncharted 4, and granted, Uncharted 4 still looks great. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. When I first played Uncharted 4, I was like, these people look fucking real. Like, I can see the pores on Sully's aging face. I'm gonna recommend you, don't walk straight up to that guy. I'm a cool guy, I've got a girlfriend. You want to make him walk out of there, or else you're gonna have to wait until you get cut to get that item. But yeah, Camper Flint. But yeah, I remember thinking that, damn, this game looks like real. Like, they use real people when I first played that. And now it's like, it just looks really good still. Like, the thing is, technology and like game engines are gonna keep evolving and outdating all these like 3D models and stuff. But this stuff, these 2D sprites, and it all comes down to art style. That's gonna be like timeless, you know? Like, I don't know. It's something that kind of comes across my mind a lot. Like, I remember when I was watching Stop Call Me Johnny. He was talking about how like he really likes a lot of 2D sprite-based stuff, and then I just kind of started to appreciate it more when I realized, yeah, a lot of times that stuff does look better. Like, it's. I think it comes down to like a lot of color stuff too. It's just like it's bright, it's detailed, and it'll stay the same amount of detail forever. Like, it's just a lot of times 2D stuff is just gonna be timeless. I really hope my stomach growling is not gonna pick up on the mic, but it probably will. I did not eat. I pretty much woke up, started, took a shower, and I was like, all right, time to record. So I'm gonna, after I record the last episode for the day, I'm gonna get me something to nosh on. Cause I was like, I'm not hungry. When I woke up, I'm like, I'm not hungry at all. You've got to be kidding me. Ekans, you shit. I knew I should have gone back to the Pokemon Center. I don't want to waste this so early on, but I ain't got the patience for this, man. Like, I don't. Yeah, put the fries in the bag, Ekans. Alright. See, not beside. Well, I guess Onions has 50 health now, so he could benefit from a potion. But see what I mean? It's like I'm fine with potions up to this point because we don't have like a whole lot of HP, and also super potions are kind of expensive at this point. Which we'll actually have a decent amount of cash after getting through this route. Alright. Come on. Just go down, man. Does he have another Pokemon? I think he does. Yep. Youngster Chad, Sancho. I guess I could have used Mega Punch and Quick Attack, but... Actually, yeah, that would be... That's gonna be way faster. Let's just do that. I guess my instinct when I see a ground type is to immediately switch out my electric type, but at the same time, I know damn well Sandshrew does not have any ground type moves besides maybe Sand Attack. Mega Punch. Stop him before he raises that defense stat. Don't do this, man. I mean, I will say that Mega Punch animation is sick. Alright, knock him out, please. Ugh. Come on, dude. Why do you do these things? Please crit. Damn it. It's not gonna hit at all now! Because Mega Punch is 85 accurate, so it means it's more like 50% of the time it'll hit. I guess maybe me saying crit could kind of offer some, a little bit of a tutorial of sorts. I didn't learn this until more recently, which maybe like 2 years ago. Critical hits, just straight up ignore stat buffs. So like Sandshrew is raising his, defense like 4 times. If you were to get a critical hit on a move, it doesn't matter how much he's raised his defense. The game would not care. He will take regular damage if he gets crit. I learned that the hard way a few times. Or I guess I experienced it without knowing it. Which sucks. Alright. That was way too tedious. I think, honestly, I could have saved so much time if I just went to the Pokemon Center, but I'm stubborn. Razor Leaf! That's honestly going to be in Onion's final moveset. It does 25, it does 55 without stab, it's 95% accurate, and it has a high critical hit ratio, and it's a special move at this point in time. 100% yes, it's going to be in my final moveset. I always keep it, and I love the little animation for it, even in red and blue. It's just, oh, it's so nice. And you can use it 25 times. It's so nice. I love it. Come on, man. My friend has many cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. Are you talking about Bill? Are you Bill's friend? Lass Haley. Odish! Alright. Let's just see if Razor Leaf does decent damage. Because we're level 22. Jeez. That is kind of the... I guess you can call it an advantage of only owning 2 Pokemon up to this point. That those 2 Pokemon are going to be high leveled as hell compared to most of the ones you're going to fight. Because, man, you're only those 2 are the only ones getting experience where it's like, if you have a full team of 6, or 3, or 4, or 5, you're going to have to divvy up that experience amongst them. If you have 2 Pokemon, they're going to be high leveled as hell. Especially in newer games, it's like, they're so much more generous with experience now. On the one hand, when I was younger, I was like, or I guess my like late teens, I was like, I don't like that they do the experience share. Like, unless I was playing a Nuzlocke, in which I was like, I welcomed it. But I don't like how they do the experience share and make the game too easy. As an adult, I don't like the fact that you can't turn it off. But as an adult, when you have a lot less time, the experience share is actually kind of nice. Like, maybe we don't have 7 hours to, you know, train every Pokemon by switching in and out. I've come to appreciate it a little bit more as an adult. Now, the fact that the games are, like, piss easy now, I don't like that at all. Which, I mean, I guess Legends Arceus had, like, a lot of, it was a lot more difficult than the games had been. And some of this, like, I still haven't beat the Scarlet and Violet, DLC, the second one. Not the Teal Mask, the, I don't know, what the hell's it called? The Indigo Disc? Like, I couldn't get past Kieran because in Scarlet and Violet, I did something very different than I normally do. I have 14 team members that I switch in and out. So, I have, like, a bunch of Pokemon that are, like, half, so, like, the levels kind of vary from time to time depending on which ones I'm using. And the thing is, as much as I liked using that many Pokemon for the main story, because it kind of helped me keep things fresh, having that many Pokemon, this is nice. That's thumbnail right there. These 2 fight? You're alone? If you're on Cerulean's Cape, well, that should be as a couple. This cape is his famous date spot. Misty, the gym leader, has high hopes about this place. What the fuck was I talking about? I lost it completely. Man. That actually frustrates me. Hiya, I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you, pal. I screwed up on an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So how about it? Help me out here? Wait till I get inside the transporter. When I do, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. You can actually just totally walk out of here if you want to, but I'm not going to do that because then we have to talk to him and he'll say the exact same shit over again. Initiated the teleporter cell separator. This is something that's kind of odd, but I always thought it was kind of a funny change. In the Pokemon Adventures manga, Bill's a redneck. Like, he has a hick accent and everything. It's kind of funny. Yeehaw! I guess that's why. Thanks, bud. I owe you one. So did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Oh, here, maybe this will do. SS ticket from Bill. The cruise ship SSN is in Vermilion City. I hear there are a lot of trainers on board, too. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dudes. Why don't you go instead of me? Go on and have a good time. I wonder if he has, like, a Kansai dialect in Japanese. Because, you know, that's more of the, I think that's Japan's kind of version of the, rednecks, I guess? I played a lot of Yakuza and pretend I know a lot about Japan, which I don't. I don't pretend, but I do know I think I know some stuff. Bill's favorite Pokemon list. Which Pokemon do you want to see? Eevee. These can get these guys registered in your Pokedex just as images. It doesn't count towards your count that we're looking for, obviously. In the original game, he would also show you Snorlax. But yeah. Feel like checking out some of my rare Pokemon on my PC? Go on, check out my PC. You like Asus? Or you like Asus? I run Windows on that bitch. Alright, so we're gonna head back to Viridian City. I'm gonna watch back through the last few seconds of what or through the last little bit of the game. Because what the hell did I even say that I actually thought was interesting that I lost it completely? But at the start of next episode, I promise we're gonna beat the gym leader, Misty. So next time on Pokemon FireRed, we'll beat the gym leader, Misty. See you guys.